Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Kimbo here, and it's time for an epic discussion video. So, yeah, just started off. Today's a tough day. Y'all know it's been very hard lately, and truth be told, my bro, Adrian, AJ's funeral is the day that I'm making this video. So I'm actually getting ready and around to go to it, and I'm just gonna start this off by doing a moment of silence for one of the kids that I consider like one of my little brothers. So. Alright, so let's get into it. Y'all know I channel it. When I say that, it gets channeled into here and things I do. I'm not bullshitting with you guys, for real. It's how it's always been. It's being no different. But with this, we got a discussion video. So, Corocoro basically dropped. TT dropping some info on future Beyblade X stuff. So stuff that's for August, my birthday month. And it's looking pretty sick. So we got a couple of things. It's nice to see they're dialing back with the releases. I mean, a lot coming with this month, July. Because we got Black Shell coming. We got Cobalt Dragoon. And also the White Stadium. That's a lot of stuff that they dropped for sure. So dialing it back for August, but still getting a good amount of stuff. Yeah, and news on one thing. So, first things first, this is something that kind of dropped, I guess, weeks ago, because somebody got a picture of it in like a warehouse, which I'm not a fan of like big time spoilers or anything, like of products before they're meant to be out and such. Let them naturally go out for their advertising and everything. We don't want to see that. I'm just being real about that, And I'm never going to report on anything until the info officially drops for it. So, yeah. But with that being said, we've got LEONCREST, so Manju King, getting a new Bay. I've still got to get caught up with the show. There's still a bunch of episodes I got to watch. I will be getting caught up with that and watching through, doing the reactions and everything. But, yeah. So, the new Bay being a LEONCREST. I believe it has, like, what? 760, something like that, for the ratchet, and GN, or gear needle. So the theme of it is 7, which I'm getting. It's kind of cool. I'm getting Legend Spriggan vibes from it, because like the whole theme for it kind of being the 7, or like Legend Spriggan 7 merge, By having the 7 with it, it's got 7 blades with it. The blades kind of look like 7s too. 7 sides for the ratchet, which we haven't seen that before. They're doing all the different numbers, it seems like. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We haven't gotten 6, and we haven't gotten 8. I think besides that, we've gotten everything else, because we were missing 6, 7, 8, because we got 9 different heights that we're going to see for them, But, yeah. So it seems like we're going to see all the numbers for those ratchets, and then also just, the height difference being from like 60 up to 80, at least for right now. I can imagine them going with a height of 90 for some bays going forward, and then maybe down to a low height of 50, that being the lowest one, being 50, and then keeping it in that range from like 50 to 90 with the height, and just keeping the balance for that. We don't need anything that's like way taller or way shorter to where it scrapes, But, yeah, I don't know if they'll go any shorter or taller in the future. We'll have to wait and see for that. But at least we can see the pattern for this, So we still got to see 8. We still got to see 6. Some ratchets still getting like a height of, needing a height of 70, because 70 being the new height that's been introduced. But, yeah, so we'll probably see a bunch of ratchets with 70 heights going in with like the next few releases for sure. But, yeah, LEONCREST 760 GN gear needle. So having the 7 sides with it, I think it's going to be a lot like 9. 9 being pretty defensive because having all those small points with it, making it tougher to like burst it. But still, I like the balance with it. Cause still 9 can be bursted. You just gotta, get the right hits on it and everything, and use your full strength and power. But yeah, so definitely hyped to see like getting a new number ratchet with 7. Gear Needle, I don't think is a bad choice for it for sure, because like it's about the counter attacks with it. And one cool thing that they're doing with it as well is showing the diversity of the bays. So, you know, King originally had Leon Cloud, which was a balance type. Now LEONCREST, which is a defense type. Switching types like that. Well, having multiple bays, because this whole series is about having multiple bays, like how people will have multiple bays and probably setups for types in like a deck setup, which I think is cool. Because like, usually a deck setup of 3, so Bladers having like max 3 bays would be pretty cool. Except I think, well, multi, I don't know. I don't know if like Wizard Rod is an evolution of Wizard Arrow or not, but if so, Multi's got the most bays right now, and it makes sense her name being Multi. But for the most part, it seems like Bladers will have 3 bays. Because when you look at common, he's got what? He's got Drawn Sword, Drawn Dagger, and Drawn Buster. So, yeah. But with some of them, I like how they're having like different bays, but how common stuck with just attack for all of his. Some Bladers switching it up. So King having balance for Leon Claw, but then LEONCREST being a defense type, so focusing much more on the defense, but still having that attack with it because the Gear Needle will focus on like the counter attacks. When it gets hit, the Gear Needle will circle around and get major hits in. Sphinx Cowl has done that type of thing where it's gotten major counter attacks in after it gets hit and circles around. So yeah, and that's one thing I love about this system is just the gears with it. It makes it where like any type you get that start up on the gear ridge could do work. And the counter attacks with it, which is really awesome. So yeah. But I'm definitely excited for LEONCREST. And the big thing with it is that is his left rotation. We're getting a left rotation defense bay, the second left rotation bay. We got Cobalt Dragoon, and this definitely going to be a thing that checks Cobalt Dragoon because the defense with it, usually defense being able to shut down major attacks. You can see how they're trying to balance out the game and such, but I'm also a little nervous because are people going to try to spam like LEONCREST Hexa combos with just the left rotation stamina and LAD. That's why it's just going to be very critical and careful for TT with how they do the bits. Because honestly, like LEONCREST on Hexa, I won't be surprised if that's going to be a thing that's going to be used a big time. LEONCREST is looking like a thick boy, like a really thick blade, like how Sphinx Cowl is. So like, it reminds me of Sphinx Cowl, except left rotation just like being an ironclad wall of defense. With it, so it'll definitely be big time defensive. I don't know why people sleep on defense types with Beyblade X so much, because people say they're all really, really bad when they're honestly not. I mean, we've got like of course like Wyvern Gale, which the defense for that, we got Night Shield, which I think Night Shield, the round shape of it with the right parts, man, it's round. It could definitely deflect some attacks. I don't think defense is as bad as people are making it out to be. And also even Sphinx Cowl. Sphinx Cowl being like a thick blade. You get the right parts with it and launch hard. That thing can deflect a lot of attacks for sure. So, yeah. I don't think there's any type that's really left behind with this. Just maybe people not being as excited about the defense types because, like, what we got for options, like with Wizard Rod, with Stamina, like how Drawn Buster, a bunch of other attack type bays, Phoenix Wing, even the balance type bays, like Unicorn Sting, Vice Tiger, etc., Hell Scythe, So maybe, like, excitement-wise, defense being a little bit on the back burner, but I don't say it's necessarily bad for the defense types, you know what I mean? The system's still so young, I wouldn't say it's really bad with, the defense types. It's about the right parts and everything. That's just the beauty of Beyblade. But, yeah, LEONCREST being added, left rotation defense type bay, gonna be wild. Stock-wise, not gonna have the craziest stamina or LAD, which that'll be a big-time balance on it because Gear Needle, but it's still gonna be a tank when it comes to hits. It'll be able to probably deflect a lot of attacks and then use whatever attacks it does get hit with to get it started up on the gear ridge, circle around, and get a major hit on the opponent. So I'm really excited to see LEONCREST in action for sure. But, yeah. Also hits in the heart because, damn, man. AJ always thought lions were pretty freaking cool. He always did in wolves, but yeah. LEONCREST definitely reminds me a lot of like Arc Bahamut. Like it doesn't have like 6 blades like how Arc did, but like the overall shape of it, it definitely just gives me like Arc Bahamut feel. Maybe because left rotation defense type with that, but Anyways, that's the news for LEONCREST, the news that dropped as well as LEONCREST, we've got PHOENIXRUDDER. And hits the heart, man. Phoenix rising from the ashes. Y'all saw the clip with like the fire pit and everything. How the chant of Ragnarok. Just that we're getting the Phoenix Bay, especially with everything going on right now, is hitting me big time in the heart. And it's like, damn. But Burns getting another Bay. PHOENIXRUDDER. And he's doing basically the Manju King approach, where he's switching his type as well for his next Bay. Which isn't a bad thing. I mean, we've seen Multi do it. We've seen King do it, and Burns doing the same thing. So PHOENIXRUDDER, which it is classified as a stamina type. You got a stamina type Phoenix, and you know that's paying some homage for sure to Burn Phoenix or Burn Fire Blaze from Metal Fight Beyblade for sure. But also you can see references to like Revive Phoenix and Dead Phoenix with it because of like how the motif is, and also just how the Bay is in general with the bit. So for the parts, we've got 970, so it's got the 9 sides, like how we had for, Phoenix Wing. Sticking with the 9, introduce 9, and makes sense to having 9. But 970 for the ratchet, so that middle height, which is nice to see, new ratchet with that. And then we've got the performance, or the bit, which is glide. It's called glide and hits in the heart, because glide, Ragnarok, and then they chanted Ragnarok. I'm gonna say Jay. Truth be told, y'all. But yeah, it's hitting in the heart. I'm one that believes in, like, I don't think things are coincidences. I believe it's just like a cycle of life with things, and things not being a coincidence. Like, you see signs big time. I honestly went to get food today. I know I'm getting off track with it a little bit. I'm thinking about them, like the Phoenix rising from the ashes, this Bay having glide Ragnarok, and then he chanted Ragnarok in front of the fire on my birthday one of the years. Y'all saw the clip. And there were times where we'd always hang out and we'd stop by and we'd see like a bunch of just random golf balls sitting in places, and then we'd bounce them walking up and down the street, and you'd be like, damn, that flies high when we bounce them. And I went to get food today and I found a golf ball when I was walking. So just, it's hitting in the heart, man. That's all day is. Like, there's signs. I don't believe in coincidences. And even with this Bay dropping right now, it's like, damn. But I'm excited for it, for sure. And glide, the tip. At first I was nervous. When I saw it, I was like, I didn't look at all the details and everything for it, because it comes in a 3-pack, but I'll get into that in a little bit. But seeing the picture of glide, I got nervous at first. I was like, oh god, don't tell me that's a free spinning metal ball, or if that's like a metal ball or something. I don't know if we need that quite yet, because defense and stamina, that would be spammed big time. But looking closely at it, I'm not as afraid of it. So glide, basically, it's made out of palm plastic, so it's like the slippery plastic that's supposed to have less friction up in the stamina of the Bay more, which even with that could be a bit scary. Not too much, because we've seen how it is with Revive Phoenix and Dead Phoenix. It wasn't like crazy overpowered or anything. Still strong for defense, but it can be beaten, even with like same spin or opposite spin. It's about the balance and such with it. We don't want to see like crazy stamina LAD spam things with it. With the game, we want to see the balance that it has big time. But yeah, so the way it's designed, it looks a lot like Point. So it has the palm plastic on the inside, but then it looks like the outside is a little bit shaped like taper. And I mean that by like it sticking out a little bit over like the palm plastic part on the inside. So it's not going to be fully round to where it can like roll like crazy. It'll have that ring on the outside. So I think it's going to be like Point, except a bit on steroids. So it's going to be like that. Palm plastic is going to stick out really far, like pretty far with it, but then it's still got the ring on the outside, kind of like how Friction did for Revive Phoenix or Dead Phoenix, how it was meant to like kick against the stadium and then get like a little startup with that. This doing that, except more effectively, so I can imagine it being where like it's going to stay in one spot big time, but then when it does get hit, it's going to circle around and then get that startup with the gear ridge, so it still maintains a little bit of that attack aspect, like how we saw with Phoenix Wing, or Sword Phoenix. But in general, it's looking really sick. Got the red paint job with it, so that bad boy is going to chip. So, get ready to have another chipped Bay, but I love the red on it, Red's one of my favorite colors. And, yeah, I'm hyped for it. Hopefully it's not too insanely heavy. I can imagine it being upper, like on the upper round because Phoenix weighing a bunch. PHOENIXRUDDER probably being up there as long as they're not going overkill with the weight. You know what I mean? Looking at LEONCREST, it looks like a pretty beefy boy, like a thick layer, and having a pretty good weight with it. So defensively, I could see it being pretty damn good, and it being less rotation as well. Could definitely see use for it, and the same thing for PHOENIXRUDDER as well. The overall shape of it being more round, but then like rudder, the definition of it being like the kind of end piece on like a ship or such, like that end wing piece that kind of sticks out, like the rudder of it. I like that they use the name rudder because it's got the round points with it, but you still see like the contact points with the blades at the very end of each of the blades, and it sticks out a little bit like a rudder, so it still has a bit of that attack aspect with it. Being a stamina type, still being able to take attacks and stay in the center, but then probably being really similar to how like Leon Claw is, to where it gets a counter attack and gets a major hit in, but mainly focused on the side of stamina. But if you hit it, you better be ready for that counter attack for it. So yeah, it's going to be a really, really fun and exciting Bay for sure. And it comes in a 3 Beyblade deck set. So like we saw with, with Hell's Chain, like we saw with Drawn Dagger, PHOENIXRUDDER comes in a set of 3 bays. I didn't look at the parts for them, but one of the bays is a Sphinx Cowl, and one of them is a Wyvern Gale, which I think are both really solid choices. We've got Sphinx Cowl has been locked in just the random booster select, which all the bays are different Sphinx Cowls that you can get. So definitely not a bad choice with that. Another way to get Sphinx Cowl if you didn't get that random booster select. And also Wyvern Gale. Wyvern Gale's been stuck in a random booster. It's locked in a random booster. So being able to get that is another nice choice for a layer. So overall, I'd give it like a solid, thus far, solid 7.5 or 8. With these judgments, you definitely want them to be between it'll be between usually like 8.5 and like 7. That'll be the average. It's how you know something's pretty good or adds big time. If it's below like 7, if it goes down to like 6, it's not on the crazier end. And if you see something that's like a 9 or something, it's like, holy hell, this is insane. You know what I mean? But yeah, usually you'll see like my kind of like ranking will be somewhere between like 7 and 8.5 usually. Sometimes I'll bump it up to 9 if the parts are really good with it, but I'm giving this like a solid, thus far, solid 8. Sphinx Cowl is a solid choice. Of course, PHOENIXRUDDER with it, PHOENIXRUDDER being in this big time thing. Sphinx Cowl being a nice choice, Wyvern Gale being a nice choice as well for the parts, and just got to see what the ratchet and bits are. I know that they announced it with it. I always try to avoid it, so it's a special, just little surprise thing. You know what I mean? With it. If you want to go and see the actual part, you can go and check out someone else's video with it. That's just how I am with it. If it's like a booster or like a pack with different bays and stuff, I usually won't get into like the other bays until actually getting them and reviewing it, and giving the full thoughts with it. But overall, even just out the layers and the parts for PHOENIXRUDDER itself, solid 8 for sure, hands down. Yeah, and like I said, it's only up from there. So yeah, I don't know if I probably want to reduce it. I'll give it an 8.5 because PHOENIXRUDDER being that cool and Sphinx Cowl and Wyvern Gale being solid. So 8.5 is where I'll put it. It's on the high end. We'll see the parts with it, and that'll decide things. So I'll stick with 8. I think that's fair. I'll stick with 8. But yeah. So those are the main things for the new releases. And the last thing is the details on one Aero Pegasus. So Aero Pegasus got revealed at the beginning of the month. By they literally revealed in a corocoro video, which is crazy, but apparently it's been confirmed to be the next rare Bay, get battle prize Bay, and I'm like, shit, damn it. Because, I love the game and such, but, obviously getting the points and trying to get it, it's like, oh, man, the gacha winning stuff is, shit. But, at the same time, being a cool Bay, rare Bay that we want to try to get. So, Soar Pegasus, Soar Pegasus, 370 Excel, the parts for it. I'm hyped for it. It's going to be a big time attack type, of course, and it just looks so awesome. Love the paint job for it. And the blue with it, I guess it makes sense that it's a rare Bay. Was hoping that it would be like a single or something, or at least maybe in a corocoro comic or something, but it seems like it's going to be the rare Bay battle prize, the next one. So yeah, so there's a couple I gotta get. I gotta try to get the Black Hell's Chain and now Sword Pegasus. And it's like, damn you, TT, you need to give us more points. I even got like the launcher to where I can get points and stuff from that. But, you know, it's tough. So I'm gonna try to build up points and just see if I could try my luck, win the bays, and just go for it, man. But in general, a lot of good stuff coming with August. You know, LEONCREST, the set with PHOENIXRUDDER, and then the Rare Bay Aero Pegasus getting dropped. So August is going to be big, you know, birthday month. So a lot of good stuff coming out with it. And yeah, so I guess that's basically going to do it for this news discussion video. Let me know you guys' thoughts in the comments. All that good stuff, you already know, man. And as for me, I'm hanging in there, guys. Y'all already know. It's how I let it out, is making content on here and doing my art, doing things I love doing. And when I say it's how I focus it and channel everything, y'all know it. Y'all see me the most out of basically almost anybody, you know. And I just say that to be real with you guys. And it's how I just cope with life and let it out, let out my creativity. This being one of the many avenues, of course. But yeah, anyways, guys, that is going to do it for this discussion video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm hyped and can't wait to see even with the things that get released this month, because you already know, like the Black Shell Random Booster, Cobalt Dragoon, and the Wide Stadium, all those things dropping. They're going to switch up things big time. Black Shell, I see it having not only defense, like raw defense, but I can see that thing having attack use for sure. It's shaped like Drasil and having all those points sticking out. And then Cobalt Dragoon, the way that it's shaped, of course, all the attack with it. Oh yeah, man. First left rotation, Beyblade X Bay. And then them putting out LEONCREST right after to get some more left rotation out there. I can't wait to see what else they're going to do for left rotation. We're obviously going to get like a left rotation bay for each type. So we got attack coming with Cobalt Dragoon, defense with LEONCREST. Then we got stamina, but that's the scary one. Left rotation stamina. They gotta do it the right way. It's scary thinking about it. Honestly, it is. And you know, left rotation balance. I'm sure we'll see all the different types with it. They gotta pull off stamina the right way. It's just like I'd say the scariest bit probably right now. Hexa. For like left rotation, you think LEONCREST, Hexa, or like orb or ball, those types of combos might be pretty scary, but time's gonna tell with things. At least with that, it's still pretty balanced, even with the stamina, just as long as we don't get anything like ridiculous bit wise where it's like everybody spams that certain bit and such. Hex is good, and that's the one I'm kind of nervous about. It's crazy because like how Edge was for Metal, well, not for Metal Fight Beyblade, for Burst, but this definitely being a better Edge, and then being like, let's fix it and make Edge actually good with the shape and everything, and Hexa being a lot like Edge, and yeah, working really well. But anyways, guys, that is gonna do it for this discussion video. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, be sure to slice that like button down below. Let me know how I did. If you're new to my channel, definitely be sure to subscribe for some epic content, because I upload daily, and if you haven't already, be sure to ring that bell by my channel name to be notified whenever I upload a video. All the bays coming out like Pegasus, another Leon, Phoenix, spiritually all animals and motifs that hit in the heart. Y'all already know, man. Y'all already know. But yeah, anyways, guys, till next time, it is your boy Kimbo signing off. See you guys later. Thanks so much for watching. Until then, stay awesome and go shoot or let it rip. I'm up out of here. Also, if you're curious, there will be more content coming. I'm making a lot of shorts. Like, I love doing the slow-mos and battles and such. So keep an eye on the shorts. Been putting a lot of those out there. Also, thank you so much. First of all, shout out to John Adam 4343. Man, donated recently, and I can't thank you enough. Like, thank you so much for helping to support the channel and such. And a big time shout out to All Seized, my first member ever of the channel. You're not going to be disappointed for sure. One thing is, like, if you guys want to join, it's obviously optional. You don't have to become a member or anything, but just know you pay a small fee each month. It helps support things with the channel. That includes getting future releases, that includes future giveaways, being able to go and get future giveaways. When you guys pour back and support with everything, it really, really helps, and it helps me to be able to get things for future giveaways, have them more, so I can give back to you guys and also keep up with things, of course. And with it, there's different perks of it. So, you know, you want battle requests, higher chance of like a battle request being seen, because it does take time in order to do battle requests and everything. But also, it makes it where you could see videos early. I schedule a lot of videos ahead of time, and with this, I'm making it where like you join, you become a member, all those videos that I'm scheduling that you might see throughout the course of the day. Like I schedule a video, some days I'll schedule one every 2 hours, some days I'll schedule one every hour and a half. You'll see those videos ahead of time. With the shorts or the videos that are planning to come, I'm going to make it where you have early access to it. If you're a member, you'll have access to a video as soon as it's uploaded and it's good to go and everything. So yeah, you know, just another perk of it and such. And also have an exclusive community tab post and such, and gonna expand with it, of course, as I go throughout time, you know, and adding more things with it. And if there's other different tiers that you'd love to see for things, let me know in the comments. I'll definitely work on it and all that good stuff if you want to just help support the channel in any way, shape, or form. But yeah, there's also like the super thanks, of course. The super thanks option is the option they both used. And still, again, thank you guys so much, and thank you for joining all seasoned. Like, welcome aboard, and like I said, thank you so much. It's insane. Like, I feel like when I started my channel and had my first subscriber, like literally the first person actually joining and such, becoming a member and having like my original logo next to their name, hits in the heart for sure, man. You guys are the goats, and thank you so much for all the love and the support. We're on the road to 123K subs. I've been at 122 for a very long time. We're going to see if we can get to 123. Big goal, I guess, is 125. That being like, what, 1/8 of a mil, which is insane. That's an insane milestone in itself. So that'll be the next one we aim for. But first, we'll just aim for 123K subs. Even being at 122, y'all know, blessed and thankful. You guys are the goats. But yeah, we're just going to go with it going forward. Anyways, till next time, it's your boy Kimbo signing off. See you guys later. Thanks so much for watching. Till then, stay awesome and go shoot or let it rip. I'm about to here.